What's up, guys, and welcome to another video of Dev Talks with your host Travian, where we talk about everything engineering technology wise. And in this video, X or Twitter has been sued by the EU. Why? Let's dive in and find out. Without further ado, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share, and let's go.
Leave it to those Euros, the European Commission slapping Elon Musk and X with a $140 million fine today, saying that the platform violated transparency rules under the EU's new Digital Services Act.
More specifically, the EU claimed the social media giant engaged in a, quote, deceptive blue checkmark system, had a lack of transparency of the platform's ad repository, and placed restrictions on researchers trying to build access to public data. Joining us now, Public News founder Michael Schellenberger. Michael, I guess I have one simple question. Is this fine, $140 million fine, really a safety measure, or is this a new technique for governments to control speech on their own platforms?
Well, hey, Marcus. Hey, Dagan. Great to be with you guys. Yeah, it's a significant escalation. I mean, even for somebody with the wealth of Elon Musk, 140 million euros is a lot of money. The European Union was itself spreading misinformation about what was going on. It said that it wasn't content moderation, which is the word they use for censorship, that it was about transparency. In fact, it's an example of how they use this censorship by proxy strategy, where the government picks so-called researchers or NGOs, always on the left, to decide what's true and false, and then to demand the censorship from the social media platforms, who must comply with it or face significant fines from the government. So they sort of try to get a workaround free speech protections by pretending that, oh, these people that we've assigned to demand censorship are somehow not agents of the government in demanding that censorship. So it's, as usual, they spread the disinformation and then demand censorship on the basis of it.
And let me put it this way. Yes, he said mainly for people on the left and all of that. And I get this is Fox News, but censorship has been a huge thing in the EU now, at least for the last few years, if I can recall. I remember the first time seeing a video of those people getting police to their door. Police coming to their door. And if you're in the EU, please validate this stuff. With all due respect, please validate this stuff. If you actually live in that country, please do. But I've seen multiple people show up with police at their door, and it won't even be over some stuff like people saying like, oh, I'm gonna kill you, or things like that, like actual threats to like a person. It's off of other types of rhetoric, like things that people in the US get away with a million times over, especially online. And they're gonna, even some people in the US are even trying to bring that same crap here. Nobody want that over here, especially on a platform like X, where everybody has the freedom to say whatever they want. They can. Ever since Elon bought it, everybody can say whatever they want on X. They can say, they can do. X is the wild, wild west of all social media. The part that makes this weird for me, the actual part that's concerning to me, is why now, right? And the reason why I say why now is because Elon bought X when? Let's see. When did Elon buy Twitter? And change it to X? 2022. So in 3 years, it's been 3 years. If you go back to the beginning, they gave 3 reasons to why, right here, why they're finding X. This first reasoning up here makes absolutely no sense at all. If they were going to do it, why didn't they try to do it when he first made this a thing? It's been a thing for 3 years. And I remember originally when it first came out that people were posing to be businesses and things like that, and it being a whole cluster of craziness stuff. They could have did it then. because it actually was impersonating people. Elon was trying to find a way to make Twitter or X profitable, because they weren't. They were nowhere close to being profitable, and I think he's actually leading them to being profitable now on where they're going and how they're scaling, because he's been putting a lot of different stuff in there, especially to get revenue, like using the blue checks to do so. And I remember when it first came out, and it was like, it's such a weird thing, because you were supposed to earn a blue check, but now you could just buy it, verify it, and you get a bunch of other perks with it while using it and things like that. So, I mean, they could have did that 3 years ago. They could have fined him 3 years ago. Now all of a sudden, but it's because of this new act that and bill that comes out, because they keep taking away privileges from people in the EU online and trying to track them better and have better control over what is being said. If anybody's seen the state of the EU in any capacity, London, UK, just you name it, on some of those cities, it's insane. Lack of transparency of XAD's repository and failure to provide researchers with access to public data. I'm assuming that they, and what they're talking about is the government is sending researchers over to X to try to get some data, and these people are apparently claiming that they're not, and they're on some little kids fight where they're trying to get data for this reason, and maybe they're trying, like, if it's public data, if it's really public data, I would really be questioning it, as far as what is, like, how can the researchers already not access it if it's public? That's my main question. If this data is public, how are they failing to provide the researchers with data that's already public? It doesn't sound reasonable, unless the EU changed their terms on what is public data. So actually, that's something that I might. That's something I actually might look into even more to understand it. But I actually do want to see all what's going on with this new act that's going on in Europe, because I've been hearing it's causing a lot of fuss, and a lot of people are unhappy with the living situation as far as what they can say, what they can't say. Um, Going apart that, and I heard somebody talking about this, and this is how I found out about it, and I wanted to actually have a conversation about it. And that person said that if X went ahead and conceded to their demands, they would just drop all the charges. Now, Elon being the richest person in the world, however far he wants to go about this, he probably can fight this if he really wanted to. Or they can go ahead and just, hey, sorry, y'all beat. Or this is a problem because, in a sense, kind of similar to using OpenAI and ChatGPT, right? The chatbot, if anybody remembers when Sam Altman went on Tucker Carlson, I did a bunch of videos in that regards in that time, in regards to the interviews as well too, that you guys can go check out. In the link, there's a playlist that's going to be at the end of this video. You can go look at all the videos that I've done. But he said himself that if assisted suicide is legal in certain countries, his bot would be able to do so and say those particular things. Maybe there's a way for him to segment out, like TikTok kind of does it. They have different applications for different parts of the world and regions. If Twitter or X is going to have its own EU version, it kind of takes them out of the. It's unfortunate because it kind of like separates and isolates everything that those people have to say away from everywhere else in the world. Especially when you're trying to speak to so many different people or people go about different stuff. A lot of other people probably won't know what's going on as much anymore in that kind of segment. In a way, it's going to be like some other countries I'm not going to name, but it definitely is something that is very unfortunate. Man, I can't believe it. The EU is definitely showing an example of how this is going to work out, and hopefully it does not spread throughout everywhere. That is my one hope and wish, that it does not at all. But let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. I really appreciate you all. Do you think X deserves it? And I know some people are going to say yes, strictly because they don't like Elon or something like that. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about strictly based on the point of being able to say what you want to say on any platform. Do you agree with countries limiting your speech? I'm just curious. Or how you guys feel about it, or think they should be fined over this, or whatever. They're going to be okay. They got the money. I'm not worried about that. I'm talking about the actual individuals that get impacted, the people who end up with cops at their doors. And if anybody's experienced it or knows it's true, how true it is, and everything else living out there, once people who actually live out there, let me know in the comments down below too. But I appreciate you all. If you have any suggestions, send me an email at devtalkspod@gmail.com. All the links are in the description down below. Without further ado, peace. See you next time.